one of the halls of Harvard University, renowned for its academic rigor and innovative research, an intriguing hypothesis emerges within the Human Prosperity Program. This program unexpectedly became the spawn of a revolutionary idea called the cryptozoological hypothesis. The trio of scientists behind this research are Tim Lomas, Brendan Case, and Michael Paul Masters, who are not afraid to challenge the boundaries of conventional science by introducing us to the idea that there are likely to be hidden inhabitants with different origins among us. Harvard University was founded in 1636 and has a long-standing reputation for pushing the frontiers of knowledge. The Human Prosperity Program works with the task of understanding the entire spectrum of human existence, from the physical and mental to societal structures, and, as it turns out, to extraterrestrial phenomena. The study is entitled "A Case for Scientific Openness to a Concealed Earthly Explanation for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena." This paper posits that some of the frequently observed unidentified aerial phenomena may not be extraterrestrial visitors, but instead may be crypto-earthly beings that originated on Earth but evolved separately from humans. The hypothesis presents four main scenarios: temporal or extraterrestrial visitors. This concept is rooted in the idea that beings from another time or planet could arrive on Earth and remain hidden through the use of advanced technology. The hypothesis suggests that the visitors possess technologies that are far beyond human comprehension, allowing them to hide their presence. These could be cloaking devices, advanced disguise techniques, or even the ability to manipulate time and space. Such capabilities would allow these beings to fit into human society or remain completely undetected in isolated locations. On the other hand, the idea of temporal travelers argues that beings can travel from the future to the present or past, drawing on theories of time dilation and wormholes proposed by physicists such as Kip Thorne. These travelers could be people from the distant future who use their advanced knowledge of physics to observe or interact with their ancestors without altering the timeline in any noticeable way. On the other side of the coin are ET visitors from another planet who might visit Earth. This is supported by the vastness of the universe and the potential for life-supporting planets to exist beyond our solar system. The Drake equation, developed by Frank Drake in 1961, estimates the number of active communicating alien civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy. If such civilizations exist, they could possess technologies enabling interstellar travel, such as the hypothetical warp drive or traversable wormholes. Although direct evidence of time travelers or alien visitors remains unproven, numerous accounts and unexplained phenomena lend some credence to the hypothesis. Reports of drones, especially those exhibiting advanced flight capabilities and movements that defy known physical norms, suggest the presence of technology far beyond human capabilities. The Pentagon's published footage of drones and subsequent reports have piqued scientific interest, and these phenomena are touted as hypothetical evidence. Further back in time, various ancient texts and artifacts hint at the possible presence of advanced beings in the past. For example, the Vedic scriptures of India describe vimanas, flying vehicles used by the gods. Similarly, the Dogon tribe in Mali has detailed knowledge of the Sirius star system, which they believe was passed on to them by beings who came from that system. Evidence from informants, such as former intelligence officer David Grouch, suggests that governments may have recovered alien technology and possibly even biological specimens. These naturally remain denied, but the public is increasingly clamoring for greater transparency. Parallel evolution. The crypto-Earth hypothesis proposes a fascinating scenario in which a species evolved independently on Earth, potentially from intelligent dinosaurs or other lineages. This idea proposes that these creatures evolved in isolation from humans and possess advanced technology or abilities that allow them to remain hidden. The hypothesis is based on the concept of convergent evolution, in which different species develop similar traits independently, often due to similar environmental pressures. This hypothesis suggests that while humans evolved from primates, another species may have developed intelligence through a different lineage, such as from intelligent dinosaurs. The concept originated from the idea that some species of dinosaurs could have developed complex brains if they had not become extinct. Paleontologist Dale Russell proposes the dinosaur hypothesis, suggesting that if the troodontids, a group of bird-like dinosaurs, had continued to evolve, they might have developed humanoid forms with advanced cognitive abilities. During the Mesozoic era, which lasted from approximately 252 to 66 million years ago, dinosaurs dominated Earth's ecosystems. The enormous diversity of dinosaur species and their complex behaviors suggest that some lineages could potentially develop higher intelligence if given more time. After the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction 66 million years ago, which wiped out most dinosaur species, mammals became the dominant land animals. However, the hypothesis suggests that some dinosaur-like creatures may have survived in isolated regions, continuing to evolve and develop advanced technologies. Although direct evidence for an independently evolved intelligent species is lacking, several lines of circumstantial evidence and speculative accounts fuel this hypothesis. Reports of cryptids, or beings whose existence is assumed but not proven by science, provide intriguing, if contradictory, support. For example, accounts of Mokel Mbembe in the Congo River Basin describe a dinosaur-like creature that some believe may be a surviving sauropod. Myths of hidden or subterranean creatures exist in many cultures. For example, Native American legends speak of ant people who lived underground, and European folklore has tales of trolls and other subterranean creatures. In Bulgarian folklore, we can find the story of the three brothers and the golden apple, who had an apple tree in their yard that produced one golden apple a year. However, every year, a dragon would come out from under the ground at night and steal the apple. The description of this dragon is very similar to the way some of the troodonts looked. Occasionally today, fossils and artifacts appear that do not fit neatly into the established timeline of human evolution. Most are debunked or explained by conventional means, but some remain mysterious and spark discussions of alternative evolutionary paths. Ancient civilizations. This hypothesis suggests that remnants of an advanced prehistoric civilization may have survived the ancient upheavals and continue to exist in secret. This idea rests on a rich tangle of historical speculation, archaeological mysteries, and mythological accounts, suggesting that Earth's history may hold far more complex secrets than previously thought. The hypothesis of ancient civilizations surviving catastrophic events suggests that advanced societies existed long before recorded history, and that some elements of these societies may have survived through ingenuity, adaptation, and evasion. The most common example of this is Atlantis and other lost continents. Around 360 BC, the philosopher Plato described Atlantis, the most famous account of a lost advanced civilization. According to Plato, it was powerful and technologically advanced, but it disappeared beneath the ocean on one unfortunate day. Although Atlantis remains the subject of debate and myth, it became a symbol of the idea of advanced prehistoric societies. It cannot be denied that around the world there are numerous megalithic structures, such as Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, the Great Pyramids in Egypt, and Stonehenge in England, which suggest the presence of sophisticated engineering and astronomical knowledge. Göbekli Tepe, for example, dates from around 9600 BC, predating known civilizations by thousands of years, and seriously challenging the generally accepted timeline for human development. Many ancient cultures have myths of great floods or cataclysms that destroyed previous civilizations. The story of Noah's Ark in the Bible, the Sumerian Epic of Gilgamesh, and similar narratives from around the world suggest a collective memory of catastrophic events that could have realigned human progress. This hypothesis, however, begins to seem even more possible when we look at the artifacts that are out of place. They are being discovered in geological strata that seemingly do not conform to modern historical understandings. Examples include the Antikythera mechanism, the ancient Greek analog computer, and various metal objects found embedded in coal or rock formations, suggesting that advanced technology existed long before recorded history. And what about the discoveries of extensive underground cities, such as Derinkuyu in Turkey, which indicate the possibility that ancient peoples may have created elaborate underground habitats, possibly as a refuge from surface upheaval, or historical texts and maps, such as the Piri Reis map, which some believe depicts an ice-free Antarctica. This speaks of advanced geographical knowledge in antiquity. These artifacts undoubtedly fuel theories of lost advanced civilizations with global reach. Last but not least, the program addresses the possibility of magical or mythical beings exist in our midst. The mysterious beings hypothesis extends into the realm of folklore and myth, suggesting that some beings historically considered magical or mythical, such as fairies or elves, may actually be real and possess advanced abilities that appear magical to humans. This part of the study delves into the intersection of myth, legend, and potential hidden realities. The hypothesis suggests that these beings are not supernatural in the traditional sense, but are instead highly advanced entities whose abilities appear magical due to our limited understanding. Their powers could stem from advanced technology or innate biological traits that allow them to manipulate their environment in ways that do not fit our current scientific knowledge. Throughout European history, tales of fairies, elves, and other mystical creatures have shaped cultural narratives. In Celtic mythology, the Aos, the people of the mounds, are believed to be ancient inhabitants of Ireland who retreated to the other world, a hidden realm that intersects with the human world in places like the fairy mounds. In Norse mythology, elves or Alfar are depicted as powerful and semi-divine beings. They inhabit Alfheimr, the realm of light, and possess abilities that far exceed human capabilities. These beings are often described as guardians of nature and possessors of ancient wisdom. Similar beings exist in different cultures around the world. Jinn in Middle Eastern folklore, nature spirits in Native American cultures, and yakshas in Hindu and Buddhist traditions all share commonalities with European fairies and elves. These beings are often considered guardians of the natural world and possess powers that can be both beneficial and malevolent. While direct empirical evidence of these creatures is hard to come by, several lines of narrative and circumstantial evidence support the hypothesis. Numerous stories of individuals claiming to have had encounters with fabulous creatures, often in remote or ancient wooded locations. These sightings describe small humanoid figures with extraordinary abilities, such as disappearing at will or influencing the elements. Medieval manuscripts and ancient texts often contain references to interactions with mystical beings. For example, the fairy banner of the MacLeod clan in Scotland is said to be a gift from the fairies, possessing miraculous powers to protect the clan in times of trouble. Together, these scenarios challenge the prevailing scientific consensus and propose that all or some of these beings exist underground, on the moon, or even cloaked among us. As the hypothesis gains popularity, it faces serious scrutiny. The paper, published in the journal Philosophy and Cosmology, has sparked both interest and skepticism. Researchers from various fields furiously debate the plausibility of such claims. For example, could intelligent dinosaurs really have survived and evolved without leaving more definitive evidence in the fossil record? Could advanced civilizations have developed technologies capable of evading modern detection? The Harvard researchers argue that the mysterious nature of the sightings of unidentified anomalous phenomena justifies these unconventional explanations. As Congress and NASA become more open to discussing the UAP, the hypothesis is receiving more attention. Events, such as David Grucho's testimony to Congress about hidden alien technology, are further fueling public curiosity and demand for the discovery of these phenomena. The reaction of the scientific community to the crypto-Earth hypothesis has been mixed. While some have applauded the boldness and creativity of the researchers, others have criticized the lack of empirical evidence and the speculative nature of the scenarios. Reputable journals and media covered the debate extensively, highlighting both the innovative aspects of the hypothesis and its speculative risks. However, this hypothesis is not at all the first of its kind, because it all started years ago with the Silurian hypothesis. If you want to know more about it, click the video on the screen now and we'll be back together in a second.